What's up, AMIIBROs? I am here with a brand new custom amiibo tutorial. Today we're going to make my favorite custom amiibo so far, and it is Armored Mewtwo. Now the reason why I love it so much is because it brings back so many memories from my childhood when we first watched the Pokemon movie. So of course this is a giveaway, so make sure you guys stay at the end of the video, like and subscribe in order to be entered. So this is very elaborate, and I would definitely say that this is one of the hardest custom amiibos. So if you're not familiar with clay work, I advise that you do not attempt unless you are very confident in your skills. Now, of course, you're going to need a Mewtwo Amiibo. Throughout this whole tutorial, I actually had 3 going on at the same time, and the reason is I wanted to show you guys the differences that you can do with your creativity. Of course, you don't have to go the extra mile. If you wanted, you can make it very simple, but if you do, it'll look amazing with all the references, and of course, it's something that you can display in your home. Okay, so let's get started. Now, of course, you'll need clay, and the clay that I am using right now is AVES. It's a 2-part resin, so it dries like concrete and it's air drying. All the materials will be down below in the description, so if you want to make your own, go ahead and put it in your cart and then get started. With AVES, you have a working time of about 2 hours, so you do want to be a little quicker than you would with Polymer Clay, so make sure that you map out what you want to do first. I did start with the belt around his waist, and then I went also for his tail. His tail has a band that's wrapped around it at the base, so you want to make sure that you add that, and pretty much that's all it has. So you can definitely do those really quickly. And then you also want to make sure that you get the bracelet around both his arms as well. If you notice, we're working with a material that's hard and it'll stick to the surface of the figurine. So I'm doing things that are really stuck to the base and really need to have durability. So make sure you do those first, and then you can work with Polymer Clay. Polymer Clay only requires that you heat it up, and it keeps its shape immediately instead of AVES, where it takes 2 hours to dry as well, or not even 2 hours, it takes about 24 hours to fully cure. So it definitely depends on when you need Polymer Clay and when it's the right time to use AVES. Okay, so keep in mind that there weren't any references on the back of Mewtwo, and I looked everywhere pretty much, but I wanted to make sure that I included wires, so it'll look really cool at the end. So I decided to do these kind of weird wing flaps, and then I also added holes, so later on again I can super glue some wiring and we can make it look really cool as if he just busted out of the tube that he was born in. So make sure you include that in your own figurine if you plan on making it really elaborate. If not, you can pretty much leave those alone, and it'll look fine either way. Okay, so right now we're working on the shoulder pads, and keep in mind the shoulder pads have 2 stacked onto each other. It's really weird. Make sure you have enough reference pictures, but this is pretty much what it looks like. I did clean it up before I started painting, but try to get it as accurate as possible. Alright, so next we're working on the bands that are on his legs. There's a lot of different designs, but this is the one that I believe is really accurate to the movie, and of course it has 1 band around it and then a chunk of clay in the front. So make sure that you push those down so that they stick onto the surface and that you kind of mold the front piece. It's not exactly just like a chunk of clay, but it kind of looks like a triangle-ish. So again, make sure you have enough reference pictures. It definitely helps a lot in the end. Okay, so right now we're going to work on the breastplate, which is my favorite part. Keep in mind, if the breastplate is too hard to work with, you can actually heat up Mewtwo's head and tilt it back a little bit more so you have room to work with. If not, if you're a master clay artist, go ahead and dive in. Right now we're just carving out the breastplate, and of course it's really easy to just flatten out a piece of clay, stick it on his chest, and then carve it off that way. Make sure that you do add the 2 indents on his right and left. And then afterwards, when you're ready, go ahead and work on his face mask. Now, I've seen so many different variations of Armored Mewtwo throughout the custom amiibo community. A lot of people tend to add more clay in order to do the visor, and my method, which I haven't seen anyone else do, is to actually don't add any clay on top of his eyes, just leave it the way it is, and we're actually just going to paint it black in the end. Okay, so this is where Polymer Clay shines. I definitely love the fact that you can heat it up and it immediately keeps its form and shape. So of course, for the horn that's right in the front, that's what I did. I used Polymer Clay, heated it up, and then super glued it right on there. And again, it keeps the shape really quick within a couple of minutes after heating it up. So I highly recommend that you use Polymer Clay instead of using a 2-part resin that takes way too long to dry. Now, make sure that you add the 2, I guess, horns on the side, the left and right. A lot of reference pictures, you don't really see it, but it's there. So make sure you add that, and then you can reinforce it with more clay later on. Now, there's a lot of different pictures for the front plate, but I believe this is the correct one. So I think it's just basically 2 horns sticking out in the front right before you add the giant purple gem. So make sure you add that as well before you heat up the whole figurine. And once you've added pretty much everything you need on this figurine, go ahead and heat it up, whether it is in the oven or using a heat gun. Now make sure you also, of course, carve out the armored plating on his hands. It's a really cool design. I know there's wires that stick out of it as well, but I kind of just let it be. It's up to you if you want to go all out and be really creative. Again, if you do attempt this custom amiibo or any custom amiibo in my whole gallery, definitely take pictures and tag me. I would love to see it on my Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. Okay, so before we get to my favorite part, this is a huge reminder that yes, this is a giveaway. So of course, comment below, what is your favorite Pokemon movie? I would love to see your guys' opinions and what you remember as a child when walking into the theater and seeing all the different Pokemon movies. I have to admit my favorite one was with all the legendary birds. But again, let me know in the comments below. I will then choose a winner for next week's custom amiibo tutorial. So again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below in order to be entered. Okay, when it comes to painting, make sure that you guys water down your paints and you wait for each layer to dry. The reason why you want to wait is because it won't show any brush marks on the surface. You definitely want to keep this surface really clean and nice. And again, it's armor, so you can actually go back and you can gloss it over as well. The only things that are really black is the shadows. So it's the 2 belts on his waist, and then of course the indents that you made into each of his armored parts. So make sure you add that first, and then afterwards go ahead and add your base coat of the silver, and then you want to go ahead and add white just to add a lot of shading. So guys, remember, the more details you add, the better this custom amiibo is going to look. But keep in mind, regardless of what it looks like, you're going to love it in the end because you made it and it's one of a kind. So again, keep adding your details, keep layering as much as possible, and again, add highlights. It'll definitely look amazing in the end. You can do the same for the gem in the middle. So of course you're going to start off with a dark purple, and then you're going to lighten it up using white or even silver just to make it a little shinier. But again, it's up to you guys. I would love to see any of the custom amiibos you guys make. So make sure that you guys follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. Again, I would love to see you guys' creativity shine, even if it's not a custom amiibo. Now, this is a huge example of me going all out. I did add the shards of glass, the tank that he sits in, the Pokeballs that he uses to capture other Pokemon. This is like going 100%. But again, you guys don't have to. You guys can definitely keep it simple. But if you do decide to go all in, continue watching and you will see how I make the wire, the tank, and other sorts of details that you yourself can add. Of course, remember that all the materials are listed down below in the description, so make sure you guys check out what you'll need to make this custom amiibo. It actually helps out my channel as well. So again, guys, I do appreciate the support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below to enter in the giveaway. This is for you guys, and of course, my AMIIBROs and AMIIGALs, you guys deserve so much. So thanks again, guys. I will definitely try to stream a lot more, so make sure you subscribe to get all the updates. Streaming Mario Odyssey was so much fun, so I can't wait to see you guys in the streams and chat with you guys a little bit. Again, if you guys have any questions on custom amiibo or customizing, let me know in the comments below, or you can tweet at me or Instagram, whatever works for you guys. And overall, I just appreciate all the support. So make sure when you're adding these pieces, guys, you put a lot of super glue. Be very generous so that it's durable and it'll last forever. Alright, so this tutorial is pretty much done. Probably the longest tutorial I've done in a while. Again, if you want to enter the Armored Mewtwo giveaway, comment below what is your favorite Pokemon movie and why. Don't forget to like and subscribe in order to be entered into this giveaway, and I'll announce the winner next custom amiibo DIY. So again, guys, thanks so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. Let me know in the comments below what is your favorite Pokemon movie. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye, guys.